Good morning, wherever you are. This is the Worship Reformation Podcast. I'm Will Drzymski, and this is the podcast where we discuss the theology and application of the classical or traditional style of Reformed congregational worship. To learn more about our ministry, check us out at worshipreformation.com.
Tis the Spirit's rising beam. This He gives you, this He gives you. Tis the Spirit's rising beam.
Now, this is an announcement of sorts today that we have. It's no new news that we are recording Psalms and Hymns to four-part harmony. If you check the website out, it's very clear what our purpose is. But again, the point that we're trying to bring across is we are endeavoring to actually produce and show people what beauty there is in the old ways, the traditional and the classical way that the church has done congregational worship for a very long time. And we want to present that in a positive light and not just talk about it, but also show the rest of the world what it looks like. So our first song release is How Lovely Shines the Morning Star. This podcast will come out right about the same time that the song does, and while we don't have anything quite yet on iTunes or Apple, Spotify, what have you, it might be on Spotify. We'll see what happens there, but still working out the details of how to get stuff on Apple, and it takes a little bit of financial upfrontedness, if you will, to get stuff there. So we'll probably wait for our first album release to have anything up on Apple or the big name groups. But in any case, the first music video, if you call it a music video, just came out. The free download, well, I don't think it'll be free. We'll see. I think to start with, it'll be free. Download of the song will be on our website. And this was a whole lot of fun. This first installment of our recording psalms and hymns. This is a hymn, and basically why did we do this one to start with? Well, I guess earlier in the year, last year in September or something like that, my wife and I decided that we wanted to get good or get better at, because we're not good at it. We wanted to get better at being able to play the piano, because the piano is such a effective instrument at teaching congregations how to sing. And there's a lot of people who can sort of kind of play the piano, but what they play is chords, and chords really don't help the congregation actually learn how to sing their parts. You have to learn how to play every single note in the song. And so what we wanted to do was learn how to play piano in the style that the composer wrote it in. So not playing piano and dumbing the song down to chords, but we want to play every single note that's written on the piece of paper from the hymnal. And wanted to do that primarily because A, we want to practice what we preach, and B, we want to actually be effective ministers in the place that God has given us, as a family, as members of a church, as Christians living in society. We want to be able to have that skill and hopefully pass it on to others, and most definitely passing it on to our children. So anyway, who wanted to learn how to play piano? And the first song that I chose was a song that I was introduced to about over Christmas time in 2023, which I visited a church in Wichita, Kansas, while I was there for my annual recurrent training for this aircraft, and they played this song for their Sunday morning, and I liked it. So it had been running through my head basically all year, and I couldn't find any really good recordings of it online, so I figured it was a good one to start with. Not a huge fan of the lyrics personally. They kind of had more of the I don't know, the more Second Great Awakening feel to Christmas lyrics that you typically get, where it's very sentimentalistic. Sentimentalistic, that's the word I wanted to use. But I liked the music. It's kind of more to the Genevan style. If you know of if you've sung any psalms from the Genevan Psalter, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's a very Genevan sounding song, and it's written by a French guy. So there's that. But so I started playing this song or learning it on the piano. It took me a couple months, but I got it, and the next one's gonna go a little faster. But I finally figured it out. And then we decided that we wanted to record psalms and hymns to a piano accompaniment. So naturally, that was the first one that we decided to do. And so we bought a microphone, and I already had Audacity on my computer, but we still don't know much at all about audio recording. But we set this thing up and started recording. The first recording that I did was on the dining room table, and then we decided that due to the room acoustics, we needed to have a more sound dampened room. So we moved back to the back bedroom because it was just not going well. Anyway, so that was mine. Hannah had a little bit of trouble with hers, my wife, because she's pregnant and can't take a breath very, very well. 7 months pregnant. Baby's taking up a lot of space, and so she had a little bit of issue hitting some of the notes, but she made it, and I made it, and we stitched everything together and tried it out, and played it in the car while we were driving to our current training for this year, and it sounded awful. So we decided to go back to the drawing board, sort of, if you will, and we decided that it was kind of a result of a couple different things, but one of them being my old recordings from the dining room table. So we got all new recordings from the back bedroom. We got a little practice. We broke songs up into sections so that we didn't run out of breath. Hannah especially I think she had to do multiple sections for each verse, and it's a long song. If you ever record a song, pick a short one. That's my advice. This song has 7 verses. It's quite long. Anyway, we now that we've had the thing recorded, we've been looking into effects and all of that, audio editing and fun stuff like that, and learning a lot. It's a pretty steep learning curve, but we are hopeful that here very soon, while I'm recording the podcast, it's not quite released yet, but we've been tinkering around with settings and kind of starting to wrap our heads around stuff. So quite soon here, we're going to have it all put together and ready to send out. Tonight, actually, I had a little bit of time on hands to look through some stuff in this regard, and I finally kind of got the settings down to where I wanted them. So I stitched, well, it had already been stitched together, but I put it into a music video format, put all the lyrics up on a screen, what have you, and as I'm typing out the lyrics, it just hit me different this time, and it struck me pretty hard as I looked through the lyrics this time. There's something just about typing it out and not singing it for the first time. I'd sung this song, maybe 10 or 15 times for each part, just to try to learn the parts, and then all the times we're trying to record it and practice it, and we've sung this song a lot. But for some reason, this time when I was typing out all the verses onto the computer, it struck me differently. So there's still a little bit of sentimentalism going on there, but I realize that there's a lot of very weighty, deep lyrics to this song that you don't really get in your modern Christmas song. Modern as in previous 100 years sort of Christmas song. So we really enjoyed recording this one. We are extremely excited to get it out and show it to all of you guys. We both had a lot of fun recording it, and looking forward to all the ones that we're going to record in the future. So if you liked this recording of How Lovely Shines the Morning Star and would like to see more of them, please consider supporting our efforts at worshipreformation.com. And if you donate will be at the top of the navigation, or you can just, if you're geeky, you can type it in as worshipreformation.com/donate, and you'll go to the same spot. But like I said, we're going to record a lot of these coming up here, and it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time and effort, and we would like to do this more. So if the Lord lays it on your heart to donate to us, we would be greatly appreciative. So we hope you enjoy. Thank you very much for coming along to this rather lengthy announcement, and hope to send you more of these in the future. And with that, sing heartily, sing daily, and sing psalms. This is Worship Reformation.